On August 23rd, 12 Hong Kong people, including Andy Li Yu-hin, a member of the Hong Kong Story who was previously accused of violating the national security law, were arrested by the mainland Coast Guard on their way to Taiwan. The 12 people, aged 16 to 33, were put under compulsory criminal detention at the Shenzhen Yantian Detention Center. But later on September 12th, several family members of the detained put forward 4 demands during a press conference. The conference also included well-known Hong Kongers like Eddie Chu, James Tu, the independent local activist Owen Chow.
On the 21st day of the incident, the 12 Hong Kong people are held in an incommunicado detention, one of whom is even underage. Their families have no news of them, and their own appointed lawyers are unable to see the detainees. The Hong Kong government has never provided any sort of concrete assistance. Therefore, the families decide to summon up their courage and come forward to express 4 demands. 1. Reject the government-assigned lawyers and urge the authorities to allow lawyers appointed by relatives to meet the detainees. 2. Urge the authorities to arrange prescribed medication to detainees in need. 3. Urge the authorities to allow detainees to call their families. 4. Demand the Hong Kong government to ensure that the rights of Hong Kong people are protected and for them to be transferred back to Hong Kong right now.
That same day, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said in a statement that the U.S. was deeply concerned by the arrest of the 12 people whom he called democracy activists. But CCP Foreign Affairs spokesperson Hua Chunying countered his label, voicing that the 12 Hong Kong people were not democratic activists, but activists of Hong Kong independence. Days later, on September 19th, Hong Kong Chief Secretary for Administration Matthew Cheung revealed that both the Guangdong office and the Immigration Department assisted in the follow-up, as both departments had contacted each other over 80 times to ensure that the 12 arrested Hong Kongers were in good health. Cheung emphasized that the case had been continuously followed up and their national jurisdiction and justice must be respected. Yet Secretary for Security John Lee was quick to rebuttal that statement, adding in an interview that the 12, quote, could only select lawyers based on a list of lawyers provided by the authorities. The family members later also repeated the 4 demands in a joint statement, adding that, quote, if the Hong Kong government cannot allow the 12 Hong Kongers to see their lawyers hired by their families, even 8,000 follow-ups won't be of any help. They continued, quote, we're curious to know if Matthew Cheung and John Lee have met the Hong Kongers personally. If not, how can they be so sure the 12 are in good health? There have always been different opinions as to where the 12 Hong Kong residents were arrested. Mainland Chinese lawyer Lu Si-wei, hired by the families to represent the arrested Hong Kongers, also said that the coordinate points of the arrest location announced by the Coast Guard are still under legal disputes. In Chuang Chao Judicial Review King, Kwok Chuk King recently broke the news of a shrimp boat owner who witnessed the altercation. Specifically on the morning of August 23rd, he saw a mainland Coast Guard boat arresting 12 Hong Kong youths in Hong Kong waters near the Nine Pin Islands. In a different interview with Today with Sarah Liang, that morning at 9 a.m. during a mooring near North Nine Pin Island, the owner spotted a fishing boat parked in Hong Kong waters that was located farther than he was from the China-Hong Kong coastal border. Strangely, the Hong Kong Coast Guard boat that normally patrolled nearby was absent. What replaced it seemed to be a large Chinese Coast Guard boat that sailed into Hong Kong waters before shouting, "Don't move or we will shoot." The boat owner believed the targeted fishing boat was the one carrying the 12 people. And according to Kwok Chun-kin, while the ship owner was afraid to testify publicly due to concerns that he and his family would be arrested while working at sea and possibly even sent to mainland China, he entrusted Kwok to make the matter public. On September 15th, the Maritime Transportation Service Industry Workers' Union issued a notice on Facebook requesting the Marine Department to disclose the radar images of the vessel navigation surveillance system during this period and clarify whether there was any cross-border law enforcement by the mainland Coast Guard. The union expressed the hope that the Hong Kong Marine Department will relieve the public's misgivings and protect the safety of local maritime workers and passengers. Elmer Yuan, a Hong Kong entrepreneur, told Today with Sarah Liang that he plans to ask the United States to release satellite data to confirm the location of the 12 Hong Kong residents when they were arrested. According to the China Coast Guard WeChat announcement on August 26th, the location of the 12 intercepted Hong Kong residents was 215400 north latitude and 1145300 east latitude. Liang Kai-chi, current affairs commentator and former lecturer at the Department of Geography, Hong Kong University, released a map on Facebook indicating that this location is in the contiguous area outside China's territorial waters. China, however, still has entry jurisdiction. Wen-Wei Po, controlled by the Hong Kong Liaison Office, reported on the 28th that the 12 Hong Kong people were likely arrested in the vicinity of Zhangmu Bay and the Ninepin Islands at the junction between Hong Kong and the mainland's waters. This is far from the coordinates announced by the CCP's Coast Guard. The Apple Daily also quoted news on the 28th that 12 people were arrested shortly after departure. The report also said that the Hong Kong police notified the mainland authorities to strengthen the search.